This is Nick Sabetta reporting in studio. Everybody knows of news involving all four major sports corporations like the NFL and Major League Baseball. But in 5 days, the biggest show of the year in the world of sports entertainment will headline New Orleans for a second time in a 4-year span. That's right, folks. WrestleMania returns to the Big Easy this Sunday, April 8th. This year's show is said to be a monumental event for the men and women involved, especially an individual who has already made a mark in her career. To those who may not be familiar with the world of Ultimate Fighting, one of the most baddest women on the planet, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, stepped away from the octagon of UFC for the ring of WWE. The fierce competitor is scheduled to team with Raw General Manager Kurt Angle to face the husband and wife duo of WWE Chief Brand Officer Stephanie McMahon and WWE Chief Operating Officer Triple H. The first time Ronda had an altercation with the two was 3 years ago in the Bay Area at WrestleMania 31, when Rousey was side by side with The Rock. There was a rumor that The Rock would be Ronda's tag team partner, but due to the busy life of Hollywood, the Great One was unable to be by Ronda's side. This doesn't worry Rousey, however, because she's found a fellow Olympic gold medalist in Kurt Angle. This match has been 3 years in the making for Ronda, and she's planning on going all rowdy on the Authority. As for the women's division, the Queen, Charlotte Flair, the daughter of Nature Boy Ric Flair, is the current SmackDown Women's Champion. Flair is scheduled to defend her championship for the first time against the challenger, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, who is famous for her undefeated streak, currently standing at over 260 wins, 0 losses since her debut to the company. What's ironic about their bout this Sunday is that tonight, immediately following SmackDown Live and only on Facebook Watch, Charlotte teams with the glorious Bobby Roode to face Asuka and the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, in the finals of WWE's first ever Mixed Match Challenge. Charlotte and Asuka face off for the SmackDown Women's Championship this Sunday in what's said to be a blockbuster battle between the Queen and the Empress. The Miz, on the other hand, defends his Intercontinental Championship this Sunday against Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. If Miz survives Mania this Sunday and stays champion until the end of this month, he will pass Pedro Morales with the most combined days as Intercontinental Champion. As for his challengers, Finn Balor's last and only title win on the main roster was ironically against Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship over a year ago. Sadly, a shoulder injury from that match left him to relinquish the title the next day and left him out of action for several months. Balor plans on catching up on his lost time in his first WrestleMania this Sunday by winning his very first Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins, on the other hand, has been a decorative champion to the company for the past 5.5 years. The only title that's escaped him has been the Miz's Intercontinental title. If Rollins wins, he will become the 11th superstar to become a WWE Grand Slam champion, just like Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, the other 2/3 of the Shield. Speaking of Roman, the main event of WrestleMania this Sunday will see Roman Reigns as the challenger against current Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, for the first time in singles action in a few years. This is going to be Lesnar's second time on the grand stage in the Big Easy. The last time he was 4 years ago when he was the first to break The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. This is something Lesnar and Reigns both share because they're the only two men to defeat the Dead Man at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns beat him last year at WrestleMania 33 in the city of Orlando. This year will be Reigns' 4th year in a row main eventing on the grand stage, but with an unstoppable force like Brock, who's held the championship for a year, will the big dog be able to say that this is his yard? And of course, there wouldn't be a WrestleMania without The Undertaker himself. But with a WrestleMania loss last year and at the age of 53, the Phenom might be considering retirement. However, in the past couple of weeks, John Cena has been trying to edge The Undertaker into having one more match. Unfortunately, the Dead Man never responded to the challenge laid down by Cena. However, with WrestleMania this Sunday, and with some time still left to tell, will The Undertaker have one more match in the same stadium where his streak died? Reporting in studio, this is Nick Sabetta.